Look at Tim Merlier, what a burst of pace. Merlier is looking for stage win number 2, tracked by Brian Cocker. Is it going to be a victory for Cofidis? It's a photo finish. Tim Merlier takes the victory ahead of Brian Cocker, who celebrated, but it's the Belgian rider who takes back-to-back wins.
Yesterday, Tim Merlier showed that he is the top sprinter at this AlUla Tour, taking his second win of the week by a whisker from Brian Cocker. But today, it's finally time to settle the GC question as we head to the Skyviews of Harrat Uwayrid. Given that his team, Jayco AlUla, are sponsored by this region and they're yet to win this year, Simon Yates is no doubt under the biggest pressure to perform.
It's been a tricky couple of days just to get a lot of crosswind, a lot of stress in the peloton. Quite a dangerous sprint yesterday as well, so managed to come through unscathed. I'm expecting quite an aggressive start. I think a lot of guys got nothing to lose. And yeah, we'll try and do the stage, try and get the stage, but we never know.
Davide Formolo is also a man to watch. Last year's runner-up is hoping to make a winning start to life with Movistar.
We will see. It's the first race for me and for a lot of guys up here. I mean, I was training quite good at home and I still have good numbers, so I will do offshore my best and we will see if the top will be 4th, 2nd, 3rd or 10th. I don't know.
But we could also be in for a surprise, with young gun Finn Fisher-Black well placed to strike. Neo-pro William Lecerf is also hoping to upset a few of the more fancied contenders.
It's hard, but it's just steep there. Like, we did it a couple times just before the race, and it's just like, we figured it was easier to walk up it at our pace going up in recon, so it's that steep. We got the smallest gears on, and hopefully we can get up there without any troubles.
It's only my first race, and to be directly in the mix for the GC, it's quite special. And also we have some big names here, so it will be nice to race along them and try to beat them. Yeah.
There are just over 150 kilometres to cover in this 5th and final stage, from the AlUla Old Town to the Skyviews of Harrat Uwayrid. The climb itself is around 6 kilometres, with the last 2.5k at a punishing average gradient of 12.8%. There is also a bonus sprint at the top, with crucial seconds available. The stage doesn't have a summit finish though. After the climb, there is a flat section of around 8 kilometres to the finish line, where we will celebrate the winner of this 4th edition. Warm and breezy conditions greeted the riders as they got underway in the AlUla Old Town, which boasts a rich cultural heritage dating back to the 12th century. And as predicted by Yates, there was a fast start, with the day's early breakaway being swallowed up just as the live pictures began. It was perhaps no surprise to see Polychronis Tsourtzakis going on the attack shortly thereafter, as he has done time and time again this week. The Greek was looking to protect the virtual lead of his teammate Tejbaya Batsaikan in the most active rider competition. The Mongolian took 3 points earlier in the day. But JCL Team Ukyo weren't happy with that and went straight to the front of the peloton to reel Tsourtzakis back in. Their man Atsushi Oka needed 3 points to hold on to the orange jersey, and what do you know, he got them. Smart tactics from the Continental team to secure victory in that classification. The next man to try his luck was Ike Bonillo from Euskotela Skadi, who was joined and then swiftly abandoned by Sebastian Colze Changizi. The young Spaniard enjoying a brief stint out front, but he was caught with under 30k to go. The GC team starting to get themselves ready for the final climb, but at first there was an unfortunate moment for one of Formolo's Movistar teammates. Game over for Lorenzo Milesi as the rest of the peloton approached the fearsome hike to Harrat Uwayrid. The lead group thinning out as the road began to rise, with Yates positioning himself right at the front.
Yates is riding steadily. It's almost like he just wants to wait until he gives it everything and says goodbye. And suddenly the pace goes up and Yates starts to open up some gaps between him and the majority of the riders. But Formolo is equal to the acceleration.
The peloton was quickly whittled down to an elite group containing Yates, Formolo, Lecerf and Fisher Black, and 21-year-old Lecerf decided to take matters into his own hands.
William Lecerf with a big acceleration. Look at him go. He's just riding Formolo and Yates off the wheel. An impressive attack from this youngster.
A stinging attack from Lecerf, the winner of last year's Il Piccolo Lombardia. The Belgian opening up a small gap, but he couldn't quite shake the others, and Fisher Black made his move just before the summit.
And now we get another attack, and it comes from Fisher Black, who decides right now I need to go. I need the bonus seconds. They're grinding their way up to the wheel of Lecerf. Can he respond? Fisher Black is looking to try and put Simon Yates into some difficulty. He's 7th overall at 26 seconds. The New Zealander now cracks Sobrero. And Formolo cracks as well now. The Movistar rider cannot go with these accelerations. This jumping around is putting everybody into all sorts of difficulty.
Three bonus seconds for Fisher Black, 2 for Lecerf as they came over the summit, closely followed by Yates and Micah. That quartet now switching to team time trial mode as they hammered towards the finish line. Sobrero was leading a chase group containing Formolo, Johannesson, Latour and Brambilla, but they would come up just short. Yates, Fisher Black and Lecerf would go head-to-head for overall victory, with Micah leading them out.
Look at that. Rafa Micah, Simon Yates, Fisher Black, William Lecerf. 370 metres to go to decide this AlUla Tour. And now through the heat haze come the leading riders as Johannesson tries to catch them. Yates hits the front at 200 metres to go. Simon Yates all out as he powers his way to try and win this stage and the AlUla Tour overall. Fisher Black is challenging, but in the centre, Simon Yates wins stage 5 of the AlUla Tour, and judging by the bonus seconds will be the winner overall.
Well, Simon Yates was put under some serious pressure by the youngsters Lecerf and Fisher Black in the final, but the 31-year-old showed all his experience to win the stage and the AlUla Tour. His background in track cycling certainly helped in that final sprint. Yates moving on to 34 career wins and securing the GC honours for Jayco AlUla in the home of their title sponsor.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous. I was not sure because I thought Finn was second on the stage. I was not sure. Somebody was coming really quickly on my left-hand side in the sprint, and I wasn't sure. So, yeah, if that's the case, yeah, job well done. Very important race for us. Like I've been saying all week, we come here for AlUla now, a big partner of ours as well. So, yeah, fantastic. We can pull it off.
Yates holding on for the stage, but what an effort it was from William Lecerf to come second in his first professional race. He's clearly a rider to watch. Fisher Black third, followed by Micah and Pierre Latour. Yates taking his first victory in over a year since stage 5 of the Tour Down Under 2023. Lecerf and Fisher Black round out the podium ahead of a trio of Italians, Sobrero, Brambilla and Formolo. Tim Merlier was able to sit back and relax today, having already got the job done in the points classification. The Belgian goes home with 2 stage wins and the red jersey. Casper van Uden and Soren Verenskold finished second and third. There was an almighty rumble for the orange jersey today, and Atsushi Oka came out on top after fine work from his team. Batsai Khan and Tsotsakis were lively all week, but had to settle for second and third. Lecerf didn't win the race, but he leaves with a decent consolation prize, the white jersey, as the race's best young rider. The Belgian definitely making a name for himself here in Saudi Arabia. And Bora Hansgrohe topped the team's classification this week by 25 seconds from UAE Team Emirates. It's been another memorable edition of the AlUla Tour with crosswind chaos, spectacular sprints and a final barnstorming battle for GC glory. Thanks for joining us throughout this week, and we'll see you again in 2025.